Okay, welcome to Soap Insider. I'm Jessica Morgan.
And I'm Sean Christensen, joining from Madison, Wisconsin, where we take our soap operas seriously and our coffee even more so.
As you should. All right, we've got a packed week of Young and the Restless spoilers, February 23rd through the 27th, and I already have feelings. Sean, where do you even want to start?
Honestly, the Sally and Chelsea confrontation feels like the natural entry point. That's Monday, episode 96, and there's a lot to unpack there.
Oh, there is so much to unpack. So Chelsea goes after Sally about what Billy and Phyllis pulled, which, okay, fine, that's fair. But then she turns around and basically tries to guilt Sally into handing back Newman Media. Girl, be serious.
To be fair, Chelsea's argument isn't entirely without merit. She's trying to protect Billy from himself, and she thinks Sally is the lever she can pull to do that.
Shawn, Sally literally just broke up with Billy over this. She doesn't owe Chelsea anything. And then Chelsea has the audacity to start lecturing Sally about ethics. Chelsea Newman, or whoever she's calling herself this week, talking about ethics is sending me.
It is a little rich, I'll give you that.
A little, it's a lot. And I love that Sally claps right back and points out that Adam used Newman Media to attack people first. The Newmans don't exactly have the moral high ground here.
And Sally's right. She's not framing this as payback. She genuinely seems to be done with Billy because he chose his Chancellor obsession over the relationship. That's actually a more principled position than people are giving her credit for.
Exactly. Sally said he chose it over her. That's not a woman scorned. That's a woman with boundaries. Respect. Meanwhile, Chelsea ends the conversation with some vague threat that it's gonna get bad if Sally doesn't do the right thing.
Which is ironically acting exactly like a Newman.
Which Sally calls out. And I agree with her completely. Okay, moving on, because we also have Audra and Noah over at the GCAC, and this scene is interesting to me.
Yeah, they're reconnecting, catching up, reminiscing, and then Noah finds out Audra's running Newman Media under Obitcom, and he completely short-circuits.
Because of course he does. Look, I get it, it's his family's company, but Noah acting shocked that there are consequences to how the Newmans operate is a little naive, don't you think?
It is, but I think it's less about logic and more about loyalty. He's reacting emotionally and not strategically.
Sure, but then Kyle shows up and he's fully on Audra's side, saying Victor had it coming, that there should basically be a parade.
Which is not exactly a subtle take.
No, and Noah just leaves. He can't deal. But honestly, the fun part of that scene is Audra and Kyle realizing they're actually on the same side for once and getting a kick out of it.
That dynamic has potential. Two people who've butted heads suddenly aligned. That's always interesting storytelling territory.
If they do something with it. Big if. Okay, Victoria and Nick, Tuesday's episode. She wants to use Phyllis's kids, Summer and Daniel, as leverage, like threaten to shun your mom and she'll give Newman back. And Nick is just not having it.
Nick is heavily medicated at this point, which the show is actually flagging pretty directly. The drowsiness, the confusion.
Right, the fentanyl side effects. They're literally writing it into his behavior, which, okay, credit where it's due, that's a nice detail.
It also conveniently keeps Nick passive while Victoria charges ahead.
Which she absolutely does. She says she'll just do the plan without him. Very Victoria. And honestly, she's not wrong that Victor might get sloppy. He's emotional, he's unhinged right now, he's running around doing something that he won't even tell Nikki about.
Did he go after Phyllis? Did he go see Lily? That's the question going into Tuesday.
My money's on both. Victor Newman does not take a trip for just one reason. Okay, Wednesday. Shawn, this is where it gets good.
Devin grilling Kane and then Victor dropping the bombshell that Matt Clark has disappeared.
Escaped. Let's call it what it is. The GCPD releases him and he just vanishes. And dirty Detective Annie is probably involved. She's been lurking this whole time.
That's speculation, though we've seen enough of her to make it a reasonable one.
It's not speculation, Shawn, it's pattern recognition. But the really alarming thing is Nick pointing out that Matt could literally be on the ranch right now, and Nick is not in a state to be threat assessing anything.
Which is what makes the Sharon and Nick plot to lure him out so risky. Nick's judgment is compromised. That puts Sharon in a genuinely dangerous position.
And Sharon is going to walk right into it because she cares about Nick. This is how soap characters end up tied to chairs, Shawn. This is how it happens.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I never am. Okay, Thursday. Noah is thrilled that Sienna is back in Genoa City, which is the worst possible timing given that Matt Clark is on the loose and unaccounted for.
The show loves to do that, reunite someone right when the danger level spikes.
It's textbook. And then we've got Nate and Devin demanding answers from Victor about where Lily is, because she has gone completely radio silent, and Victor either tells them something useful or more likely lies through his teeth.
And then they head to Chancellor Mansion and tell Abby they have a lead, so something shakes loose here.
Also, Kane makes a confession to Phyllis on Thursday, which I am very curious about because what exactly is he owning up to?
If Kane's exposing Victor's involvement in Lily's situation, that changes everything about how Devin and Nate see this.
It changes the whole board. All right, Friday, episode 100, big number, and Audra steps in to stop Sally from making a mistake, either getting back with Billy or caving on Newman Media.
I think it's the latter. The pressure's been building all week.
Yeah, that tracks. And then, okay, this is the thing I find genuinely fascinating. Lauren gets an unexpected offer, and there's this whole thread about Fenmore's being name-dropped on Beyond the Gates.
The CBS crossover setup.
Right. We already know Diane, Jack, Kyle, and Victor are going over to Beyond the Gates, but Lauren, specifically being woven in, suggests she might be pulled into that world too.
It's a smart way to build interest in the other show while giving Lauren an actual storyline.
If it's done well. Again, big if. But I'm intrigued. And then Nick and Victoria set their trap for Matt on Friday. Whether he takes the bait...
That's the cliffhanger to end the week on.
That's how it always goes. Okay, overall read on this week.
I think the Matt Clark story is genuinely tense, and the character work around Nick's impaired judgment is more nuanced than the show usually gets credit for. The Sally-Chelsea conflict is doing real character work, and the Lily situation has enough moving pieces to stay compelling.
I agree on Matt and Lily. I'm less patient with the Newman woe is us, we lost the media company we used as a weapon energy. But Sally holding her ground, Victor being unhinged, Devin and Nate finally getting answers, that's good soap.
It's a solid week.
It's a solid week. All right, that's it for us. Thanks for listening to Soap Insider. Come back next week because you know things are only going to escalate from here.
As they always do.
As they always do. See you then.